Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Definitely, definitely ready to get this stream going. So first off, just want to get into a couple of the injury updates that we have for this week. So what it's looking like is Brock Bowers was not seen in practice Friday. So from what it sounds like, Brock Bowers is not going to probably play this week, so I would definitely keep him out of your lineup. Alvin Kamara is questionable with his ankle for week 6. So obviously there's a lot of rumors circulating about, the Saints are wanting to move on from their veterans. They're looking for them as trade options. And Kamara is definitely like one of the number one guys that could end up coming out of the Saints. So let's say he gets traded to the Chiefs, or he gets traded to a contender, or someone who is needing desperate help at running back, like the Chargers, for example, or some of these other teams. Alvin Kamara is definitely going to be one of the top trade targets before the deadline, which I believe is November 5th. So this may get stretched out for that period of time, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But Kamara questionable. We'll see if he plays or not. Xavier Worthy should be available for week 6, so definitely someone that you can put in your lineup comfortably. Obviously, he's been a target hog ever since he's came back, and he's definitely Kansas City's number one threat right now when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. So definitely would plug him into your lineups this week. Let's see. Quentin Johnson listed questionable for week 6. I believe he's probably going to play. Brenton Strange, another guy, quad hip. He's going to miss at least 5 weeks, so definitely going to be gone for quite a while. Probably safe to just drop him unless you have an IR spot. If you have an IR spot, you can keep him in there, but if you're needing help at tight end, it's probably just worth just dropping him. Other than that, Jamar Chase came up with illness. This is, I think, something new that's developing. So Jamar Chase, questionable for week 6. We'll have to keep that in mind. He's probably going to play, but there could be a chance he doesn't end up playing this week. Jalen Coker, he's going to be considered a game-time decision, but he just got off IR. He's been practicing pretty much fully this whole week, so I think he'll play. But obviously they're doing a game-time decision for him. Kyler Murray's going to be playing. Definitely some injury concerns going into this week with Kyler Murray if you do have him, but it looks like he is going to be starting. Chuba Hubbard is already listed out. So if you have Rico Dowdle, he is a must-start this week playing the Dallas Cowboys. 100% a must-start. So that's big news as well. Other than that, all the Bucs receivers are ruled out. Evans, Godwin, Bucky Irving is also ruled out too. So Rachaad White, kind of the same situation with Rico Dowdle. That guy is a must-start. So I would definitely put him in your lineup. But obviously, Ibuka's going to continue to crush still, it looks like, even when now no Godwin. So, a lot of the offensive pieces for the Bucs are out this week. Lamar Jackson didn't practice again Friday. It is looking like he is trending to not playing. So if you have Lamar Jackson, I would just keep it monitored just in case. But from what everything sounds like, I don't think he's going to play this week at all. I think that's really it with the injury updates and everything. So obviously we do have some trade rumors that are going on as well. And I will say, from what I've seen so far, there's 3 guys that I've been just... Then the most we've heard about is Kamara. But the other 2 haven't heard much crazy about them, but they definitely could be considered some trade targets as well. There is some talks. Obviously, the Jets are 0-5 to start the season. Breece Hall is definitely on the trade block for sure. I think that he definitely could. He's probably going to end up staying with the Jets, but, I mean, if the trade does happen, it's not like I'm going to be in complete shock. So, but Breece Hall is one of those guys. And then, I mean, pretty much that is all I can think of right now. I'm pretty sure there's one more, though. There was one more guy that is also considered maybe a guy that could get traded, but there hasn't been a lot of talk about it. So, compared to like Kamara. Kamara's been the one they've been talking about the most. Kenneth Walker, that's right. Kenneth Walker's the other guy that kind of getting into some trade talks and everything like that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, it's been pretty much a split backfield when Charbonnet's healthy. Obviously, Kenneth Walker's had some great fantasy games this year, but really, it's just kind of hard for you to be. It's just he's not getting the workload that we want to see, and it could just be due to workload management. That could be one thing, and because obviously Kenneth Walker's had a lot of history with injuries, but Charbonnet is a really solid back too. So maybe he just showed out this year, and hey, he's been playing pretty good. He's gotten a couple touchdowns. Charbonnet's definitely he's had some good games too. So it's really hard to kind of balance between the two right now. But really, otherwise, that's pretty much all the big news. I know Brock Purdy is most likely not going to play. He's listed as doubtful this week, so do not think Brock Purdy's going to play. Looks like Mac Jones is going to also start. So other than that, so we can go ahead and talk about the game from last night too. So obviously, New York surprises everyone and just it was just an absolute. They were in the lead the whole game, pretty much. So New York honestly dominated the majority of this game. And if you look at the box scores, Jalen Hurts, gives you 20 fantasy points. So he's just consistent. That's fine. I'll take it. Still got the rushing touchdown, threw an interception late game, but. Obviously, this is something I do have to get off my chest because, me being a Jalen Hurts fantasy owner, he does miss a lot of wide-open receivers. And I don't really know what's going on. It's kind of ridiculous, but, I have A.J. Brown as well, and so it's just kind of frustrating to see A.J. Brown wide open on a lot of these routes, and Jalen Hurts isn't even looking at him, or he already made a decision. And it's just very unfortunate to see that. And I feel like, I believe in Jalen Hurts still. I think he's still an elite fantasy option every single week to start. A.J. Brown's the one I'm kind of like, I'm just a little iffy about right now. So, really all in all, just kind of thinking about it, it is what it is, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown hopefully will work this all out, but it's just unfortunate. Could definitely be seeing a lot more fantasy points if everything was falling in line. But, it was a great game for the Eagles. Just Jalen Hurts, pretty solid game. The receivers, Dallas Goedert had a monster game. Dude put up 26 fantasy points, so monster game for him. And then you go to the New York side of things, and Jackson Dart, continues to look like a very viable fantasy football start just because of his rushing upside. He had 58 rushing yards, got a TD. But the big news in this game was Cam Skattebo, dropping 3 touchdowns, 19 carries for 98 yards. Cam Skattebo's looking like he's just going to dominate this backfield. So he's definitely a guy that is rising up in the rankings for sure of RBs this year. Wan'Dale Robinson came out with a big game too, 6 receptions for 84 yards and a touchdown. So huge game for Wan'Dale Robinson. Little Jordan Humphrey, not worth even considering to pick up. Maybe a stash, but I just wouldn't. He got elevated from the practice squad this week because Darius Slayton was out. So, but other than that, obviously, Saquon Barkley has been a little disappointing to start this year. He just hasn't had that monster game that we saw on a week-to-week basis last year. So Saquon just hasn't really had a lot of big plays happen this year. He's still, not getting much volume either. Only 12 carries, but being down the majority of the game, they did pass a lot more in this offense. And Saquon, 2 receptions for 9 yards, you'll take it, but he's just not really getting a lot of usage in the receiving game. In this game in particular, but it's kind of went up this year in volume. Just hasn't had any big plays. That's the only thing with him. So, but yeah, the Giants won 34-17. Solid game. I mean, going into the future, this is definitely the Giants guys for fantasy purposes are kind of fun to start, honestly. You get the rushing upside with Jackson Dart, and he's played pretty solid to start the year. Cam Scatterbo is definitely looking like a guy that you've got to throw into your lineup every week at this point. Just because he's pretty much the 3-down bell cow. Because we're having some hesitations in Tyrone Tracy being back. Is this going to be a split backfield? Like, what is the usage going to look like? But no, Cam Scatterbo still dominated. So I think he's pretty much taken over this role in New York at this point. And then Wan'Dale Robinson is definitely a guy you could definitely consider in a flex spot every single week. He's definitely going to be getting a lot of the volume, and he got that touchdown too. So he's probably going to be, for sure, Jackson Dart's favorite target throughout the rest of the season. And then obviously when Darius Slayton comes back, he'll be his favorite as well. Definitely got Cam Scatterbo to talk about, and then Theo Johnson too. But yeah, overall, Giants looked really good in this game, so that's a big win for them. But with the receiving, and kind of getting back into Philly, I will say this with the receiving groups right now. I mean, Dallas Goedert's looking like he could end up being easily a top 10, maybe a top 5 tight end if he stays healthy. I mean, he's had some pretty big games this year. He is, I think he's averaging like 13 points a game for tight end. So, I mean, you'll definitely love to have that, I mean, every single week. So, but A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, I mean, these guys, I mean, A.J. Brown gives you a fine performance. I mean, 14 points. But, I mean, this was a blow-up game. This should have been a blow-up game for A.J. Brown. And it just didn't happen. So it's all right, I guess. I mean, the passing game's just very odd with Philly right now. I don't know what to say. It's just the offense looks weird to me. But Devontae Smith, I mean, gives you 8.9. So, I mean, it's just this was set up to be the game for Devontae or A.J. Brown to blow up. And it just didn't happen. So, instead, Dallas Goedert blows up. But that's just the frustrating part with it. And then Saquon, I mean, he's kind of going down in my rankings. I mean, we just haven't seen that blow-up game, and it's just kind of hard to put him up in that elite category with Gibbs and, Christian McCaffrey. Some of these guys have had these blow-up games, and Saquon just hasn't had one yet. So, definitely still in my top 10 of running backs easily into season, but he's kind of slipping out of my top 5. But yeah, that's just how I'm thinking of it so far. And then I still think Jalen Hurts is a top 5 QB rest of the season, arguably top 3. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, just taken from this game, I mean, it's very concerning with the receivers for Philly going forward. Definitely excited about Dallas Goedert, though, but can't really get a lot of excitement with... You just can't really get a lot of excitement overall with some of those guys, So, with the passing game being the way it is right now in Philly, it's pretty much could be on Jalen Hurts. I mean, it could just be on the play calling, like where Jalen Hurts is particularly looking. I don't know. It's frustrating. That's pretty much it. So, but... Yeah, I mean, not really much else to talk about. Just kind of wanted to pop on here, do a little quick video. I will say that fantasy this week, for me in particular in the SGS League, isn't looking promising due to the A.J. Brown and the Jalen Hurts start. But, I mean, it's not like they had terrible games. So, I mean, hey, we'll take it. But obviously, I got a tough matchup against Tuck this week. He's projected the most points out of everyone in the league this week. So, good luck to you, Tuck. Hopefully I can give you a fighting chance, maybe come out on top. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, it's just going to be a pretty easy week going forward for my sleeper leagues, too. My sleeper leagues are looking pretty decent to start. But other than my co-op, the co-ops, we're middle of the pack. But either way, fantasy football is pretty much getting even better and better, guys. We're getting into the mid-season. Definitely going to get very exciting. Definitely going to be seeing what teams are for sure playoff contenders and what aren't. And it's getting exciting. So also OU Texas this weekend, very exciting too. Hopefully we can get him going. Horns down, baby. John Mateer looks like he's going to play, which is exciting. So we'll just have to see how he plays out there. But it looks like he's going to be good to go. So that's very exciting. But yeah, big weekend overall for everyone. So anyways, I will be back on here probably in Denver. So definitely going to be traveling to Denver, be gone for a month. So I'll make sure to try to do videos on a computer if possible. If not, I can do some on my phone. But definitely we'll try to keep the SGS League all updated with all the updates and everything that y'all need. And everyone else that watches the channel. If y'all watch the channel, I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you can. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. So that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But hey, you never know. So I'm just going to keep throwing it out there. Please subscribe. And thank y'all so much for tuning in today, boys. Let's get fantasy going!